Spring practice is set to kick off, and this is Clay Helton's first full season as head coach. This time around is going to be very different from last, so here is everything you need to know about your 2016 Trojans. Let's start things off with the backbone of any team, the coaches. During the offseason, Clay Helton hired an entirely new coaching staff, and the fans are anxious to see how they do. 7 new coaches for the O-line, D-line, quarterbacks, defensive backs, special teams, and running backs are now in the fold. Only receivers coach and new offensive coordinator T. Martin and a former running back turned linebackers coach Johnny Nansen returned from last season's staff. Another big change for the Trojans is the open quarterback position. With Cody Kessler leaving after his senior season, Max Brown and Sam Darnold will battle it out for the top spot. Brown seems to have an edge over Darnold after being Kessler's backup for the past 2 years. Although young, sophomore Sam Darnold shows a lot of promise and looks to be fierce competition for Brown. Darnold has yet to take a snap of college football, but his competitiveness brings a positive spirit to the offense. It's too early to determine who will win this battle or how long it will even go on for. But for now, it'll be an interesting duel between the two talents. Over to the O-line, the Trojans are likely to have one of the top offensive lines in the country. Returners Zach Banner and Vianney Talamebao fill up the right side, and Damian Mama and Chad Wheeler are on the left. The center position is relatively new for Toa Lobendon, who did get some playing time after senior Max Turk went down with an ACL injury. But that was short-lived after he went down with an ACL injury of his own in the game against Utah. And just in case more depth is needed on the O-line, Nico Fala, Chris Brown, and Khalil Rogers all have experience from last year. Rounding out the offense are 13 wide receivers, led by Juju Smith-Schuster, Darius Rogers, and Stephen Mitchell. Brown will have no shortage of options as he finally gets his chance to play under center. Headed by Justin Davis, followed by Ronald Jones, and then Dominique Davis, the running backs continue to make plays in Helton's emphasized new run game. While the offense is set for success, the defense is a weak spot. The D-line has promising young talent, but their youth could pose a problem without any returning veterans to lead the pack. Noah Jefferson, Rasheem Green, and Kenny Bigelow are in a position to step in and make an impact. Owale Betaku also shows promise for an early enrollee that could see some playing time on the defense as a freshman. These guys will be desperately needed for this defense to thrive once fall arrives. And no team is complete without special teams. The Trojans have lost their starting punter, kicker, and holder for the season, so the kicking game will be the one to watch. After a fairly disappointing season in special teams, Matt Boromeister and Michael Brown will compete for the top spot as kicker, while Chris Tilby will be asked to step it up as punter. The position of returner is still looking strong, even though Adoree Jackson will not participate in spring practice due to his own Olympic pursuits. This gives players like Justin Davis and Juju Smith-Schuster the opportunity for more special teams playing time in the fall. There are a lot of changes for the Trojans this season, so spring practice is the first time we will get to see them play out. One thing is for sure though, football is back.